most cases, you see that parents are the ones that end up pushing these students into these situations. Please try and be cautious. There are all sorts of characters out there in the university premises looking for a way to extort money from you people. Please be careful. This is just a word of caution. Please be careful. Parents, for those that are around and those that are at home, please don't be so desperate for your children to get admission and end up in the hands of bad people. Because last session we had a situation where a good number of students had fake admissions. Please avoid desperate moves. Now for the students. For those that will be fortunate, definitely not all of us will be fortunate to get into University of Abuja, but for those that will be, the processes are very clear. When you start your registration, don't assume that someone will do your registration for you. You give someone your money for payment and he will do it for you. Make sure you do it yourself and you obtain your receipt. Because there is a case now, a student that was admitted 2024-2025 session. As we are talking now, the student is grappling with that she has given someone her registration fees. We are talking of finishing second semester, the whole session. First semester exam, second semester examination is almost rounding up. And the student has not even paid her acceptance fee, talk less of registration fee, talk less of registering. So at the end of the day, that is tantamount to she's not a student. So please, try and be careful. This is a word of caution. Parents, allow your students to come and do their registration. Some, you will see a parent will be following the student up to the point of lectures. Yes. Are you children? You people are 16 now. We assume you are adults. Some parents will be following you bumper to bumper. Registering, after registering, some will even want to come and stay in the hostel with you. Please, parents, allow your students to go through the university. Okay? And the students, the moment you are given admission, go through the processes of screening, payments, and registrations, and get down to business. It's not a situation whereby you think you are here for fun. No. Your academics is your primary role in this university. Make sure you do not derail. There are a lot of things that are likely to take your mind off your studies. Make sure you do not derail. And while I wish you successful outing, wish you all the best. For those that we get, we wish you a good stay in the university. And I pray you have a very good outcome. Thank you very much.
That was Alhaji Mustafa Tanimu, the academic secretary. While he was at it, the Dean, Student Affairs, came in, Dr. Idoko Sunday. Please, can we recognize him with a round of applause? I've also been told that we have online with us the Provost, College of Health, Professor Titus Ibekwe. Please, can we appreciate them? They are seeing us. We may not be able to see them, but at the appropriate time, they will be making their own contributions. Also, we have the Dean, Faculty of Nursing, Professor Khadijat Musa, online. Please, can we appreciate Huh. We move on with a presentation from the deans of faculties. I have second on my list the dean of one of our prestigious faculties in the University of Abuja, now Yakubu Gowon University, the dean, Faculty of Law, Professor Uwakwe Abugo. Please make the applause bigger. You're welcome, sir.
The Vice Chancellor, ably represented, my colleagues, deans of faculties, Director of Development, secretaries of a Central Admission Committee, may I stand on all other existing protocols. I want to sincerely welcome all our prospective students that have responded to this call. My brief is simple, just to tell you a brief about requirement and subject combination for law. First and foremost, I know that many of us will want to read law. Very many want to read law. I wish we have that space. We have admitted as many as are qualified. But the reality of the situation is that application into Faculty of Law is very, very high. And we are a highly regulated profession. We cannot admit beyond the quota which the Council of Legal Education has given us. As of today, our quota for civil law is just 100 admission. Our quota for combined common and Islamic law is 50. So by the time you have about 3,000 applicants seeking places to enter into law faculty, now tell me how we're going to accommodate 3,000 qualified applicants. We cannot admit beyond 150. That is the challenge we have. And so, you find out that you might even score very high. You might score 250, you might score 260, you might score 270. But by the time that your score of 270 is placed in order of merit, you may find yourself that you are number 500. That is the reality of the situation. So, we want to congratulate in advance those who eventually make it, but it is still very, very important that we reiterate that the subject combination for Faculty of Law, of course, just like Hajia said, you can't have a pass in literature in English and want to read law. And you can't have a pass in mathematics and you want to read law. And you can't have a pass in English and you want to read law. So these three subjects, English, mathematics, and literature in English, are required. They are condition precedent to coming into law. And of course, any other two art or social science subjects, any other relevant art or social science subjects. Now, in Faculty of Law, like I said, we run 2 degrees. The first degree is what we call civil law, normal law that we know. We want to branch and expand their level of knowledge, and we want to have combined law degree. That is what we call a degree of common and Islamic law. Now, for civil law, what I said about English, mathematics, literature, and any other 2 art or social science subject applies. But if you are applying to come and read combined common and Islamic law degree, you need an additional requirement. You must have O-level Islamic studies. And you must also have taken it in JAMB. last year, last admission, the person who came number 1, first on the merit list for combined common and Islamic law, did not have Islamic studies at O level. We have to painfully drop that candidate. So, we also want to say that since we are a highly regulated profession, the way we laugh, the way we walk, the way we dress is actually highly also regulated. So if you are not used to regulated dressing, don't bother to come into Faculty of Law, because in law we have dress code for our students. And that dress code takes you from here to law school. And of course, even if you are appearing before the court, you still have a dress code. So you must make up your mind. Then, of course, there are many candidates who actually did not intend to read law, but because their parents want status symbol, they are pushing them to come and read law. You now find out that you have taken somebody's place in the admission process and you are not interested in the course. And just as my colleagues have begged you, parents should just allow their wards and children to do what they like. I think this is the brief about Faculty of Law, and we wait to welcome those who will eventually make it to Faculty of Law. When you come to our faculty, we'll do the needful. And remember that your admission and continued admission and stay in the faculty will certainly be based on character and learning. Thank you very much.
Even me, when I wanted to get into the university, my father insisted that I should read law. That time I had not known Professor Abugo. Maybe I would have read law. My father said I should read law, but I didn't have from the beginning, I didn't have mathematics. And so I chose this path where I talk for a living. Waiting arithmetic won't do with waiting I do now. What would mathematics be doing here, Prof? With what I do for a living. We're going to go online. And one more time, let's appreciate Professor Abugo Uwakwe, Dean, Faculty of Law. We're going to go online to bring on the Provost, College of Health. He's been sitting down patiently. Let's welcome, with a loud round of applause, Professor Titus Ibekwe. You're on, sir. Prof, you're on. Please, we'll make the presentation short. 3, not more than 5 minutes tops. 3 minutes.
Also, great. I earlier on sent a PowerPoint which I thought should be projected. I don't know if Soji is in a position to do that. Soji, are you there? Okay, thank you very much. Yes, so I cordially welcome each and every one of us to the College of Health Sciences, University of Abuja. First is to say that, yes, we are into it, another round of admission here, and this is to let you know a few things that are necessary for each and every one of particular diet. First is to say that medicine, you have to have an idea of what it entails. It's strictly a 6-year program. It's a complex program that will come out with 2 degrees, Bachelor of Medicine and Bachelor of Science. And discipline is our key word here. You have to be very hardworking, you have to be focused because we are dealing with human life. And the time is segmented this way. Your first year, you're a pre-medical student. Then you study sciences, designated sciences, and GST courses, general science, general studies courses. And you're expected to pass all, minimum 50%, for you to be able to move into the next segment, which is the preclinical proper, where you spend 2 years. There you do anatomy, physiology, and biochemistry. You must also pass these 3 courses, minimum 50%, for you to enter into the last phase, which is your clinical phase of your study. And that clinical is segmented into 2. You have the basic clinical sciences, and you have the clinical sciences itself. This takes 3 years. You come out with your medicine and surgery degree at the end of the day. And at any of this segment, it is tough, it is competitive. Anybody can drop at any of these levels if you fail to meet.
Up.
So anybody that fails to meet up at this level leaves. But so to say that the UTM this year, as rightly said, it is difficult to set a cutoff. But of course, medicine has a standard. Before you're able to gain entrance to compete for medicine, you have an eligibility score of 250. And this is set by the Admission and Screening Committee of the college, which is made up of 12 respected academic staff of the college, out of which 9 of them are professors. So, but this year, that score has been set at 230, given prevailing circumstances surrounding JAB and others. So that decision was taken. This is not the cutoff. This is cutoff for you to be eligible, for you to enter into the group of those who can potentially gain admission. I hope this is clear. Because your final score is based on both your UTME and your WAEC or NECO, right? Your UTME takes 50 marks of the entire score, whereas your English, general mathematics, physics, chemistry, biology, your performance there is weighted to give you another 50 marks. So when these are summed together, that gives you your final score, as far as admission or seeking for admission in College of Medicine is concerned. And then we arrange this serially in descending order. So after that arrangement, we talk of now the number of spaces available to be competed for in medicine. So just recently, our quota has been upscaled to 200. So this means that we cannot take more than 200 potential candidates from all of you. Usually thousands apply in medicine, all right? And whichever way it goes, because there are different, entrance levels or segments, you will still pass through the same process. We have the merit list. That is the first set of admission to be given. And that merit is done, and the best go in. You have